Yeah, I still use the rug now, but it's in a much bigger room. And there's a vent hole where I just took my knife and I was like, this has got to go.
Air?
Yeah.
The back of the rhino's butthole. Just, just tapping the fan.
Yep. Come on, little buddy. Well, I guess before we go any further, we should just do we're live.
Oh, no.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Iron Palace Podcast, the world's most anabolic podcast that hits harder than a missed lift and leaves you more pumped than a post-workout flex.
Hey,
okay. God, they're so good every time. Willie's was really impressive.
Yeah. I come up with them. What was Willie's?
Oh, the trophy husband.
No, that was his intro.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
No, I mean, he's all right. But, like, the entrance,
he's okay.
He's okay.
Yeah.
But, like.
That was, whenever I was texting Willie originally about having him on the podcast, he said, I promise to have the most okay time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Yeah. Kendra called me. She's like, I was on the YouTube. I was on the picture. Yeah. So I needed to listen because I wasn't going to listen because I don't want to listen to him.
So my plan worked.
Yeah. And she was like, the things that he said. I was like, well, now I have to listen.
It was so much fun.
It was Willie. That was the most Willie thing in the world.
Well, before we started recording or anything, we talked to him about like what all we're going to talk about and how it's going to go. And he was like, this is pretty much me as a person in a podcast.
Yeah.
I was like, well, then this is going to be great. And then we just rolled right into it.
Like, this is fantastic.
It's like this will go pretty smoothly.
Yeah, and it went great. But yeah, that was one of the most fun episodes.
I laughed so hard the whole entire time.
Yep.
Because like people were going to listen to it and be like, man, like that's not real. Like, but that's real.
I laughed.
like that's Willie.
I laughed so hard. And usually my wife does not listen to the show. And she'll tell you that. It's not a secret. However, whenever he was talking about getting his hair cut, she's a barber. So I was like, you have to listen to this. And I want to know what your reaction would be if you had a customer like this. And she goes, I don't know what I would do. I was like,
but it's true.
Oh, I would 100% believe it. Yeah. Him walking in with what was it,
the
Rambo?
DVD?
Yeah. Just well, fancy that.
He told me that story and I said, you didn't. He goes, I have it. We know.
We can all tell.
Yeah.
So you did? Oh.
Stuck it in the DVD player.
Yeah. Just, there it is.
Here, let's watch it.
This is the example.
I want to look like that. Yeah. I always ask her if she'll, like, I'll point out, primarily the people, at the Young LA tent. I don't care to throw hate because that was unruly.
It's a cult.
So we're recording this on Friday at the Arnold. But this is our second episode of the Arnold episodes that you'll be listening to. But the Young LA tent, what happened?
If we disappear after we trash talk them.
Yeah, that's why this episode won't come out until way after we leave.
Safe.
Yeah, we'll be all right. But yeah, I'll point out like anybody that has like, haircuts like the Young LA people. And I'll say, can you make me look like that? And she'll immediately say no.
No, I'd leave you.
So even she knows.
That would have been I would leave.
Yeah.
If my boyfriend was like, I'm going to grow my hair out like this. I'm like, ooh, well, you can grow it out for someone else. Bye. I can't even go over there. It makes me nervous.
Well, so we walked over there because after we talked to you this morning and you said you have to walk through there. You
just have to experience it.
Yeah. I didn't make it into it because like we got it. For one, I saw the lines and I was like, this is not worth any wait at all. But then I got over there and watched it happen. And I was like, I'm all right. I'm out.
We watched it start to get like set up and we were like, man, like this is cool but weird. And then we start like seeing the people who were in it and we were like, this isn't okay.
Yeah, that's what confused me the most is the people that are in it.
Yeah. I mean, and whatever, aesthetically pleasing, that's cool, but like they're just like weird.
Yeah, that was my vibe.
They just give off weird vibes, and I'm not really here for it.
No.
And I just feel like it rubs off if you accidentally touch them. Like, it just seems really greasy. I just don't, no, thank you.
I thought the placement of it was odd. So you've got powerlifting on one side, strongman and world's strongest firefighter on the other, and then Young LA just in the middle.
Want to know what's devastating is last year it was strongman, world's strongest firefighter. Yeah. Medieval fighting.
Yes.
Where was that? I thought for sure
they had
that
bleachers last year.
I thought that would be back because whenever me and Alan came 2 years ago, it was massive.
Yeah.
You hear metal clanging, people came running.
I wanted to ask them how I get involved.
Oh, we did. So me and Alan asked the guy there.
Pretty easily.
Yeah,
Really?
we like at the Arnold. We walked up to the guy. He was just sitting there. He just got out of a match. The dude is like sweating like he ran a marathon.
Because it's 70 pounds
yeah.
of metal.
Took his helmet off and he's sitting there. And I said, "How do you get into this kind of thing?" And he said, "I'll let you borrow my armor. You want in?" I was like, no."
Yes. Oh, wrong question.
It was.
I would have
It's
been
not for
in.
him.
If you would have saw how sweaty he was, you wouldn't want to wear his armor.
That was mostly it.
I'd
I'm not
rather
a
wear the
germaphobe,
armor
but-
than walk in Young LA.
I still would have done it.
Okay, if I was given that option, 100%, no thought. Yeah,
Yeah.
give me the
Sweaty
armor. I don't care if it fits or not. I've also seen the UFC fighting people. It's like UFC, but like one-on-one in the cage.
Yeah.
Freaking nuts. Like these
Oh,
people,
the medieval in the
yes.
cage? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty bad.
no holds barred, man. This dude's got a 4-foot, I don't know, spear.
Yeah.
And just holding on the end, man.
Just whacking
Full
people.
swing. I was like, dude.
And the refs are all, like, they're all in safety gear.
Yeah.
And they've got like another 4-foot stick.
To, like, like separate
Hey,
them.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
It's like breaking up dogs. Like, leave
Yeah.
them alone.
Yeah, exactly.
But we brought Bass Pro Shop. That's a tent. But no medieval.
Wait.
Yeah, you heard me right.
Also, so on our way in yesterday, we were looking through the expo and the event stuff, and because we didn't really know what was what and everything, so we're looking through and foosball,
That's huge.
but
does it fit with the Arnold, really?
I mean, does Bass Pro Shop?
I feel like they're kind of on.
There's
the
a
same.
Mary Kay booth also.
I feel like maybe that fits just because of women's bodybuilding.
For like, if you're like 80. For like masters.
Fair point, but I mean, I would say you could draw a thin line.
We obviously don't know enough about ladies bodybuilding.
No, but I'm just like I feel like you could draw a very thin line of relevance to that one before you say Bass Pro Shop.
Because I was with you on that, and then she said that. I was like, oh really?
I mean, I'm not saying I know anything about makeup. I'm just, I could make a reason for that to be there before I say Bass Pro Shop or foosball. Yeah. That's no hate on foosball people. I love foosball
Or Bass Pro.
or Bass Pro.
No,
I
I
love,
love Bass Pro Shop.
but I just don't get it.
Should have been the Arnold, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, it was a whole the whole thing was a whole sausage fest this year.
Wait, the Arnold
The
or
Arnold.
Or the Mary Kay booth.
that was?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was shocked at. There are very few like. I remember when me and Alan came 2 years ago. There was a lot of like deadlift challenges or bench press challenge, but like this year,
It's because people aren't athletic anymore.
like we saw one that was like, can you jump? What was it? Was it 10 foot? 10 foot 6 inches and touch this ball. I was like, what is that? And now, anytime I see these, my immediate question is, what do I get for doing it?
Yeah. What do I win?
Because I don't know that I'm going to do it, but if I'm going to possibly and most definitely make myself look stupid to attempt this,
Turn your ankle.
yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. If
Especially in your Uggs.
I didn't wear these are my house shoes.
I'd wear them in public.
I have.
Let them shine.
I don't know if you can after you've made fun of Kyle so much for
I
his.
have. Kyle, he will show up to the gym in shoes like these.
I mean,
And he'll squat in them.
Yeah,
oh, that's dangerous.
that's more. Yeah,
But Caleb made so much fun of them though that
I have. But Kyle,
I would love for him to catch you out.
Are
in
they the
those.
same exact pair?
no, his are just brown. Mine are cooler.
Yours are significantly cool.
Yeah, but I make fun of Kyle mostly because he's 16. Well, no, he's 18 now.
He's 18.
He's 18. He is, if he trains right, will be a powerlifting stud.
Well, he's
But-
he's 18, 160 pounds, and he just squatted 5.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And
Like, he's good.
Deadlifting about 550.
So what I do
I mean, like the kid's a stud.
is I make sure that his ego is not too high.
His bench.
Gotta keep him down. Gotta keep him
Yeah.
notching him.
So, and he deadlifts not just sumo. I would dare say hella sumo.
Well, his feet are touching the plates.
He's like 5'5", and his feet are like literally. Whenever the bar comes down, he has to turn his toes in so he doesn't.
Yeah, have you seen the people that have smashed their toes on sumo?
And we've talked about it often. Is powerlifting has a lot of rules and a lot of things that don't make sense, but yet there's nothing to gauge your stance on sumo. So like literally, no matter your height, your feet can be all the way out to these plates.
I would have a less range of motion if I pulled sumo than I would in the 18-inch deadlift.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
move less. I would
Yeah.
also, my knees would hyperextend and I'd snap like a pretzel. Mm-hmm. But I would squeak an inch and a half.
Yeah.
Like it would look like, the SpongeBob deadlift with like the
Yeah.
noise that it made with
Yeah.
the stuffed animals. Like,
That's the noise Nathan made when that bag fell on him.
what happened?
My nephew Nathan that did the world's strongest fireman.
Yeah.
So he was doing the Husafel pick and
With his little feet.
yeah, he said that when the bag rolled on him, he's like, I squeaked.
Of course you did. You absolutely did.
I mean, it's a 300-pound bag. It's a
Yeah,
pretty big
It
bag.
knocks the wind out of you a little bit, and the noise has to make something. It's usually like, yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yep. We'll have Nathan on probably this weekend or soon after we get home because that's going to be worth talking about.
I
Yeah.
can't wait to get him to tell that.
Yep.
But you have the picture of it needs to be.
Oh, I've got the whole.
Just
So
feet
This
in the
feet in the air. Just zoom in on that, and that's the clip.
it felt like,
That's the thumbnail.
Yep.
and the best part, it couldn't have happened perfectly because we'd been walking around all day, and I was like, we all said we don't know when he's going to be up. Like, there's a lot of people in this, so it just so happened we walked by and we see him waiting. We're like, oh, he's about to be up.
Yeah, he's
And so now we're over here talking, and like Alan and Mike have never really worked out with Nathan. Me and Holland have worked out with Nathan for a while. They're like, well, how strong is he? And I was like, Nathan's a stud. Like especially before he cut weight, was like, 700-pound deadlifter, does all this stuff. So we're like hyping him up, and then he goes up to the sandbag. I was like, oh, here he goes. I'm standing over here
like,
like
yo,
a proud dad, phone straight up in the air over the crowd, just let's go. And then he's on the big screen, like, dude.
His feet are in the air.
and then all of a sudden he's a turtle on his back.
Yeah.
Yep.
How long did he lay there for?
Not long.
not long.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah, he got up and actually and picked it back up, got a good pick and carry.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And
Sometimes those get you a little frazzled.
he did good. He recovered.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
But my favorite part was after it happened, the commentator went over the mic and said, "The other way."
Speaking of commentators, did anybody hear kind of what happened over at the Rogue Strongman? Unfortunately, Trey Mitchell went an inch on the frame.
An inch?
An inch.
Is there more to that, or just?
I don't know. I have no idea. All I know is that he went an inch. And the commentator's like, well, that 1 inch performance. And everyone was like, you can't say that.
As much as I love the strongman and I'm glad that it's growing there, part of me hates that it is so locked down to tickets right now.
It's such a bummer.
Yeah.
Because I feel like so when I did the world records in the UK, it wasn't separated. So, and that was the first time that they did weight class strongman over there also. But like the whole entire thing was accessible to everybody. And I just feel like it puts more of a like access to it.
Yep.
So I don't know. I mean, I get that they need to make money, but like it's still a bummer.
Yeah, it's like it's growing. You've taken out events so that you can grow out this part of the event.
Right.
Still the same size as it was.
Yeah, but now we can't see it.
Right.
Like
Now you just gatekeeped it.
Yeah, and even more so, like me and Alan, I guess we can talk about it now. It's been 2 years.
Well, technically, we could go in, but we were sitting in VIP seats.
Yeah, so 2 years. Whenever me and Alan came 2 years ago, I had bought the VIP pass, and
fancy.
so we got in. I was depressed. It was a great time. So,
It was a great time.
so we and Alan didn't, but they let us go in both together. It's like, we're here together, and like, can I buy or can he buy the VIP? And they're like, I just,
Right.
So he came in with me, and we got to go watch a panel like every day before the show started, and it was I forget what it was that day. Well, that day after everybody left, we just didn't leave because they held those panels where the strongman
Right,
stuff
so
was.
you just kind of squatted.
We just stayed.
Yeah.
And it's not like there's people out there going,
Get
out
out.
of here.
Yeah.
So we stayed and watched about all the strongman show
That's awesome.
until someone came and said, I think you're in our seats. Like, oh, sorry, we got our seats mixed up, and we just scooted down. And then finally we were like, all right, let's go walk around.
That's awesome. I just wish they would have it open to everybody.
I think they should. I mean, like,
Rock concert, have a mosh pit for everybody else, then VIP
Yeah.
seating, which you
yeah.
pay for.
I mean,
Which
you
is
literally have
bodybuilding.
access to
Exactly.
everything
Every
else
other one.
except that.
yep. And it's exactly like you said. Like, if you want to go to bodybuilding, you can watch it from outside.
Yeah.
If you want to be close and have good seats, or if you want to seat at all, you
need a
got to
better
pay
ticket.
for it.
Yeah, that completely makes sense.
Yep. But especially like today. Today you've got Thor going for the 501 deadlift, and Rogue has this high bounty on that 501
Yeah,
deadlift.
wouldn't you want the whole entire convention to watch that?
And we're at the convention having to watch it on Instagram.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet.
He missed
Well, I know
501.
that you missed
yeah.
it, but like I
I
haven't
was like,
even seen.
spoiler alert.
Yeah, hashtag he fucking missed it.
But,
Whoops.
yeah, I was like, that's just kind of lame, you know, that we're here. But
Yeah.
we had to watch it from literally probably 50 feet away from it, but on a
But
phone.
on a phone. I mean, I couldn't even send a text message, so
I couldn't
I'm
either.
pretty impressed that you guys got to watch.
I couldn't. Holland was the only one that could do anything.
What do you have?
US,
Not a sponsor.
What is it?
US Cellular.
Oh,
Editor, that up. I'm glad y'all made that sound. I would have no idea.
that's cut. It's over. You have no idea who it was.
No idea. Or what it was.
I think I'm gonna say it like maybe 11 more times this episode,
Please don't.
just randomly.
I used to heavily edit our episodes until more so. I used to tell everybody, let everything fly,
Right.
until I had two of our friends on, and they were like, "Is cussing allowed?" I was like, "Yeah, we're good. I'll edit if it gets too bad."
Right.
Until I had to edit out of like an hour. I think it wound up being like 70 something minutes, and I edited it down to like 56. Almost purely, like there was probably about a 5-minute section of stuff that came out, but other than that, it was just F-bomb after F-bomb. I was like, it's a lot of duck quacks, man.
Man, I throw it out every once in a while, but it's not every other word.
No,
Oh no, yeah. yeah.
It doesn't bother me at all.
You haven't been excessive.
No,
No.
but it's
This
It
was,
just shows when I'm passionate.
yeah, but this was
this was like a comma. Like, I was like, and I told them after, I was like, y'all know that I spent the most time editing that
And
episode.
you're not invited back.
They have been,
Oh, well, there you go. You're a better friend
One
than
of
me.
them's his coach, so
Oh.
yeah,
You had to.
yeah. But he's cool. He was much better the second time. I think since I told him I have to edit each one of those with one little duck quack.
That was a really good quack.
I think it's because I'm all stopped up.
the duck quack that he uses is it's him duck quacking.
It's not.
Shut up.
No, it's not.
It is.
I'll believe you because I'm really gullible. I'm that kid that could have gotten taken a few times. Absolutely.
I'm that kid that would have gotten the van.
Oh, for sure.
You said what's in there?
Yeah.
I got to see it for myself.
Sold.
Help you look for your puppy?
Yeah. Oh,
Where at? Over there? Cool.
I'll never forget when my old neighbor tricked me into coming to visit him to make sure he was okay. Nothing. Nothing happened. I'm fine, but it could have because I walked over and I peered in, and he was in his whitey tighties, laying on the couch with the door open, just the screen door, and he knew what time I got off of school.
Oh, God.
And I saw it, and I said, I shouldn't be here. And I ran home and ran up the driveway. And I told my mom, she goes, you're not allowed to go back there alone. Fair.
Yeah. Got no arguments.
Yeah, nope, I get it.
I'm really glad that story ended with, then I ran home.
Yeah, no, I ran home.
Yeah.
I was just thinking of the old guy from Family Guy. He's like, I got some popsicles.
And I would have been the kid that was like, absolutely. Yeah.
Where at? Which kind? Like,
What flavor?
yeah.
Do they have the riddles on the wooden stick when I'm dead?
Or is it the ones that like cut the corners of your mouth?
Yeah. It's important to know. These are facts.
Yeah.
And I love with that description, I know you know which ones I'm talking about.
Yeah. The ones with the eyeballs too that kind of start to sink different directions. Like that's not Tweety Bird.
I know Tweety Bird.
Yeah,
and
that's not
Tweety
him. That's not
Bird.
him.
Yeah, I've watched enough Looney Tunes to know.
I know. I used to collect stuffed animals. I know what he looks like. And that's not it. Yeah.
Well, that's where we've gone.
Yeah.
On this episode. This is great.
How did we get here?
Yeah.
I was just starting to bring up like this 60-minute special that I saw about like this fake ice cream truck. Like they set it up, like the parents were in on it, but they were going through the park with this ice cream truck to see how many kids they could talk to get into it, you know, and their parents would be like, "Oh, I know my kid wouldn't. We've told him not to talk to strangers and stuff." 90% of the kids got into this truck.
My grandparents used to make me watch the videos on how you can get out of a trunk if someone puts you in the trunk because I would go talk to everybody. They're like, you're going to get taken, and we need you to know how to be able to kick out and pull the wires of the blinkers so you can stick your hands out of the trunk. I could do it in like 20 seconds. Safe.
I don't think I ever fell for any of that stuff, but I think if someone just said, your mom said to come with me, I'm pretty sure that would work.
Like,
Oh,
oh
yeah,
gosh.
yeah. It would still work right now.
Yeah,
I
more than
called
likely.
Krista?
Yeah, but like
Okay.
you talk to
Yeah.
my mom.
Yeah.
You talk to Tina Cunningham.
Yeah.
All right.
That sounds important.
Yeah.
My mom was watching that 60-minute video with me, and at one point, first of all, she was like, "There's no." My younger sister's name is Holly. She was like, "There's."
Hi, Holly.
She was like, "There's no way Holly would have ever got," and she wouldn't have. There's no way. A stranger, no. Even if they have ice cream, they had puppies, kittens, it didn't matter. She wouldn't.
She was safe.
She would not. One of the kids was hesitant about the van, and the dude was like, "I'll show you how the ice cream machine works." And my mom was like, "That's when you would have gone in."
Yeah. When it became mechanical, sold.
You said ice cream and mechanical.
I would have been like,
Ding.
"I want to see how that machine works." Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
Were they just so they were? What were they luring kids in the ice cream van for? Like, what were they doing?
They were to show it was a thing. They were
Oh, they were testing.
yeah. So all the parents were in on it.
Oh, what a trick!
So they would go to all the parents and like, "Listen, we're wanting to do this. Blah
Yeah.
blah blah. Do you think your kids will or will not?" And all the parents were like, "Oh no way, my kid would. I've told him not to talk to strangers."
And 7 out of 10 probably won.
Yeah, they all did.
Yeah.
Basically. But yeah.
Progress.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's survival of the fittest. That weeds them out, right?
Yeah.
Such a high population. The kids with marbles up their noses are living now. So,
I'm right here.
yep. My brother made me put Pop Rocks up my nose when I was really little. I was banned for a long. I think that's when my nose stuff started. The Pop Rocks. I have not had Pop Rocks since. Yeah,
I'd say that's a fair assumption.
that was pretty terrifying. It's like that was like the pre-smelling salts.
I was about to say that might be why you don't like smelling salts now.
That's probably why. Yeah. Yep. I'll never forget that.
Checks out.
They were spicy in there. That is for sure. Yeah.
If I run out of smelling salts, I'm like, "Anybody got any Pop
Yeah,
Rocks?"
any Pop Rocks? Oh,
I feel like nowadays that's the same. Like the same people that are gonna have Pop Rocks will probably have smelling salts.
yeah.
I don't know that I've even seen Pop Rocks in forever.
I don't think they make them anymore.
That's probably
I think
why.
they're too dangerous.
That might-
I think
Too many kids' stomachs exploded.
yeah,
They-
too many kids stuffed them up their nose.
They ate Pop Rocks and drank a Coke.
Blew their nasal passages.
I don't know. I've got a lot of my own nasal problems. I never had
Yeah,
never had
maybe
Pop
that'll
Rocks.
check it
Caleb
out.
snorts some Pop Rocks.
I'm
Yeah.
all right. I'm all right.
Comment if you want to see Caleb snort Pop Rocks.
That's not a thing.
Let's find Pop Rocks first.
I'll find them.
He'll find them.
I will find them.
If there's anything I doubt, or if there's anything I don't doubt in this world, is that Holland will find whatever he's looking for.
Are you a treasure hunter?
I can find some
I
stuff.
can find some.
He's
things.
just dedicated.
We went to the RC shop the other day, and he was like, "Do you want something?" I was like, "I want a metal detector." And he was like, "For what?" And I was like, "I just want to find treasures."
There's a
Well, yeah.
36-pack on Amazon for $38.
Shut the front door.
He's already found them.
Sold. Put them in the cart.
1 hour delivery.
Yep. And so they brought it off the shelf, and they were like, "It's $750." And I said, "What am I trying to find? The ancient Egyptians from the South? Like, what is happening? What do you?"
Why is a metal detector so expensive?
At an RC car shop?
Listen, it came with a airplane ticket to Cairo.
Yeah.
And
I'm now an archaeologist.
and
I purchased my degree.
I was about to say, so you
Yeah.
buy that and then you get your degree with
That's
it.
correct.
That makes more sense. Okay.
I'm now an Egyptologist.
you're now Indiana Jones.
Yes. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Where's your
Indiana
wig?
Jonesy.
That's what I
Jo-
want. Indiana Jonesy. That's who I wanted to be when I grew up.
Indiana Jonesy.
That was the only answer I ever had. Like, I didn't want to be a fireman. I didn't want to be a whatever. I was like, I want to be Indiana Jones. And they're like, that's not an occupation.
I think that's a lie.
And I was like, I want to be Indiana Jones. And then, so I was like, oh, I was all into archaeology until I found out what archaeologists actually do.
Yeah. Just sit in sand all day.
And like with a little brush, and
Yeah.
they brush stuff off. I'm like, yeah, that's lame. I was like, I want to be chased by like pygmies with arrows and stuff,
I just watched a documentary about, oh gosh, what was it called? But it was this kid that was decided to do missionary work at this one, like, they haven't been touched by humans yet.
I know about this one.
Yeah.
It's outside
This is
of,
the first time we've talked about something like this that I know what we're talking about.
Outside of New Guinea.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. And they just murked him.
Yeah. And there's like the one picture that's like, this is the last time he was seen alive, and it's just
Yeah.
like him getting off the boat.
Well, the first arrow that like a young kid shot as a warning went through the Bible. That wasn't a warning? Wasn't that what you decided to continue?
That's literally God saying,
No,
get out.
That is
A guy I
a
work
no
with going
go.
to Papua New Guinea on a mission trip here in the next 3 months.
That's so wild.
I don't understand it. I remember my childhood dream, and I remember when it changed. I wanted to be an animator and make cartoons, like from as long as I can remember until like 8th grade. And 8th grade, whenever I realized I can't draw. Like I can draw something mediocre one time.
It's quite the holdup on animation.
Yeah, I made
That really hurts. That really hurts.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
occupation.
And so like 8th grade, I was like, I can't draw. And my dad had given us an ultimatum for when we graduated early on. He said, whenever you graduate, it's either college or military. I was like, sick, military. Like,
I can't draw.
Because I can't draw.
yep. So then I was like, you know what? I'm going to be special forces in the Air Force. That's what I'm going to be. And then I got to, a junior and enlisted, and I was like, special forces sounds dangerous.
Sounds spicy.
I've never been in a fight. So I don't know.
Have you still never been in a fight?
I've not been in a legitimate fight, like boxing with friends or like whatever. Like I've done that, but no like legitimate. I want to kill that guy, fight somebody. No,
It's an experience.
one that I've not had.
I think everybody
Along
should
with lifting
get.
the Husafel.
Yes.
I don't know. I've just won. Shut up.
Gina rode him pretty hard over that
Yeah.
in the last podcast.
But see, I don't know. Like usually, if I get anywhere near having a fight, my default setting is to be the biggest smartass I know how to be. To where somehow it gets me out of the fight. I don't know how it happens.
They just get so tired of your shenanigans.
I
that
think
they're
so.
Like, fuck, we'll just leave.
Like, I don't even want to listen to this guy.
This guy,
Yeah, I don't want
this guy pulled
anything
up behind
to
me
this.
and my friends one time.
It also doesn't hurt that he's 6'6".
That's
Yeah.
true. Like this guy pulled up behind me and my
reach.
friends one time. He yelled out the window something at me.
You can hold somebody back by their head.
Yeah.
Just might fold out louder and hit you in the face. Just let me
guy-
climb my stairs first. Hold on, please.
Yeah, give me a second. But this guy yells at me out the window. No idea what he said, so I just stick my head out and I'm like, huh? And then he gets out of his car. I don't know this person. Nothing happened prior to this. We were just driving. And so he just walks up, and I'm like, oh, hell. Like, so the guy's like, yo, you got a problem? I was like, I don't even know what just happened. And he's like, you want to throw hands? And the last thing I said was, mine don't come off. And then I sped off.
Did he think you were special?
Probably.
That's always got to play that card. Like, oh man, I just bullied a special kid.
I do have a medal.
Yeah. There you go. Yes. Special Olympics gold.
But yeah, so
medalist.
that and I just usually get along
Yeah.
with people. I've never been in a fight.
I'm number one.
Number one in the field,
Hey.
number one in your heart.
Yeah.
But So yeah, I've never been in a fight, and I figured special forces is not the way to go if I've never experienced real violence.
No, we went Special Olympics instead.
Still dominating.
Hey.
But
Gotta be a winner at something.
where's the most dangerous part of this town? Because I'm gonna go walk there by myself.
That's
Right
one
on
more
that
thing.
corner where that guy was just getting arrested while I walked over
You
here.
missed that.
No, that means the cops are there.
Not anymore.
That's one more thing that Holland hasn't beaten you in.
What, a
Getting
fight?
arrested?
Special Olympics.
Oh, I was like, I went a fight.
A fight?
I was like, let's move this stuff out of the way.
Yeah, we'll disconnect these microphones right now.
There's a lot of money in here. Let's calm down.
There's broken glass when you broke the bulb. I mean, God.
So it's been great having you
Yeah,
on.
I'm gonna head out. Sorry.
I'm just gonna go walk that
Yeah, I
direction.
didn't see my Airbnb.
There's a lot of cars out there. I'm gonna go jump in front of one.
They're going really slow. I think the luck would be okay.
What'll happen is
Just jump out. No, keep going.
Yeah.
it'll be like a Fiat. It'll just take his legs out.
And you total it because you're a million feet tall and you just fall on it like a telephone pole.
When we're walking back, we crossed the road, and it was a crosswalk, but there was no like light, so we just started walking. And this guy behind us looked at Al and said, "He'll stop."
He's like, I'm gonna walk with the big guys.
Yeah.
They don't stop though when you're trying to get to the convention center. We walked across and this car was coming. I was like, "Oh, he'll slow down." I'm like, "Yeah, slowing down."
That's always my assumption is that people will not slow down. I do not trust in the kindness of man.
I
So
usually dare him to.
Well,
I typically just walk out and
you're
dare
like,
him
hit
to.
me.
Yeah.
Come on.
I imagine, I know that I'm much smaller than this, but in my brain, I feel like I'm one of the Target Atlas stones, the red ones. And I'm like, man, I'd total the shit out of your car if you hit me. Like, I'm real low to the ground and I'm real dense. So it's not going to go well for one of us. And I think it's going to be you.
Next time anybody asks me to describe Kier, I'm like, the Target Atlas.
Yeah, that keep people from running into the buildings.
I don't know.
That's
We
her.
need to go try to pick them up.
Yeah.
The best description is still Willie's.
Oh, my Ninja Turtle?
No, the muscle hamster.
Oh.
He said that, and I was like, I have to go change the title of that episode.
He also says that I'm just a Ninja Turtle because of the size of my back. And I only eat cheese pizza. So when he offered me pepperoni, I was like, that sounds terrible.
Well,
And Willie knows that. So when I go to their house and Kendra's like, she only eats cheese pizza, Willie, if we order pizza. It's like, you have to get her a pie. And he's like, okay. He orders me a cheese pizza.
that was crazy.
He's like,
That sounded just like Willie was saying.
Willie?
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, I got your cheese pizza. You're the man. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Ninja Turtle.
Yeah.
You need to learn how to use the nunchucks.
I just might have some at the house.
I was going to say.
Fun fact: we had a guest show up at the house for an episode on a motorcycle, sword on his back, and nunchucks in his pocket.
If I was a dude, that would be my aesthetic.
It was
Honestly,
it was crazy.
that tracks.
So
1 million with the trench coat. That had
He didn't have a trench coat, but I will say he's
was
on.
a,
It's the middle of the summer.
But it was a black leather jacket, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah, just straight up. And then he had the sword with him the whole podcast.
Yeah.
And then while we're talking, like usually we'll talk with our guests before the podcast starts. It's like, and as we're talking, he's just casually. So like they're not just for show. He like
Actually,
actually.
he's equipped.
Yeah, I was like, okay. So like I already know he's a UFC fighter, but even more so now, don't mess with him.
No, nunchucks.
So cool.
Do not mess with the light.
As Uncle Si said, they call them nunchucks because when you get hit with them, you go numb. I'll never forget that line.
Si's a great man.
Yeah, dude. Confucius. Even.
Confucius, yeah, he's a modern day Confucius.
Yeah, some say.
Some might say.
Yeah.
That's where I think of Willie is.
Yeah.
That's Willie.
Yeah.
Willie's, he's like,
You're like a modern day Brocephus,
you crawl up to the top of the mountain to ask the
And he uses a weird riddle, and you're just like,
it doesn't make
but
any
it changed me.
You're speaking in
You're
parables.
like, this makes no sense, but I feel changed. And then you walk back down, and that was it.
Yeah, that's Willie. That's
Yeah.
Willie in a Hawaiian shirt
Whoa, with Hulk Hogan on it.
and that furry hat.
But you also don't understand how hot that hat is.
He was pouring.
Yeah.
sweat.
That hat is straight from Mongolia.
That's what he told us.
Yeah.
And whenever I was editing that and I had to pull up the picture to put on there, I think I started to sweat just looking at it.
Almost as much as my back is right now against this couch. She's
going to stand up and it's going to go.
Oh, there's just going to be wet down the whole back.
Just slide out.
Someone tried on knee sleeves today, and I gave her the chair. And she was there for a hot minute. And she got up, and she looked down. She goes, I didn't slide off, so I didn't get my sweat. And I was like, it's all right. Just wipe. The whole seat was moist. And then she handed me the chair, and I was like, thanks. Get it next time, girlfriend.
She just looked back.
She did. She goes, no, yeah. Well, yeah, because she goes, normally I slide my leg over when I get out, so I keep up the sweat, which I know that technique because I've done it.
I've never thought of that.
Oh, yeah. When you get up on like something like this and you have shorts on or like your butt crack sweat, you got to glide so it sleeps the
See,
sweat
men
right
are
off.
just disgusting.
At work.
Men are just disgusting, and we don't think about that. At least I
She
don't.
was
Maybe I'm just
embarrassed.
disgusting.
And
I
was
don't know.
I just had to like, I was like, man, it's okay. I got to pep talk her. And then she walked away. I was like, that was fucking gross.
As soon as she
wipe
turned
it off.
around,
You're like, man, that's okay.
Yeah.
That was not okay.
That was not okay. I am not okay.
I'm not a germaphobe, but some things just I don't know. And like trying on knee sleeves and being like, nah, and the hand on the back.
And they're wet.
Yes.
And I got to put them back in a plastic bag.
That
And
one.
then they just condensate and fester. Welcome to the Arnold.
Yeah.
Get your tickets now.
Yeah. Yeah. Like that's why like you want to like you forcibly like put yourself in a situation with all these gross people.
I know my wife said she wanted to go, and I said, listen, there's like, if you want to come, to Columbus with us, that's great. I don't care. The Arnold is a whole different thing. Like the only reason it's cool to us is because this is stuff we are heavily into.
Right.
If you don't care about anything in this building, and then now you're stuck, like this with people you don't know and never going to see again, it's a whole different thing. And she is a germaphobe. So then, and I showed her a picture of like last year's Arnold, just like the overlook of the crowd. She goes, no. Like, well,
Then you have to go in the bathrooms.
That was also funny today. Mike went to go walk in the bathroom, and it's like past Kai Green.
Oh,
Why
yeah.
use the bathroom with
I didn't realize who it was until I had already passed him. And I went, oh, shit.
My-
Let me go back outside. And he was going,
My favorite part is as soon as Kai Green came out, Holland's in front of me.
Yeah.
Holland's in front of
It's
me
my
and
height.
goes, yeah, he is.
He's like real close to my height.
Yeah. Like Kai Green walks out and Holland goes, I went, before I could say, hey, Holland goes, what's up, man?
well, when he was leaving,
Yeah. And he was like, hey. Yeah.
just chilling.
Yeah.
I walked by him.
I was like, I figured I better say something before you made it awkward.
You make something awkward? Never. No way. Not
I
a
would.
person that you look up to.
I would. Hey,
No.
y'all make fun of me a lot, but here's the
He
thing.
fangirls really bad.
Well,
Everybody
technically
looks up
look
to me.
down to.
I'm just saying that all y'all hate on me, but y'all all look up to me.
Well, if I stand far enough back, I look at you. That's like when people talk to me, and like you'll see me start to like back up if you're too tall. It's because this hurts.
Oh, no, I
So
get
now
it.
we're like eye to eye if we're like 6 feet apart.
See, that's stuff I don't think about. But then when me and my wife, like, we're about to get married and we're planning our wedding, she's like, all of our pictures, I'm just like this. I was like, I never thought about it. She legitimately wanted to build a stage for, like, whenever I say us to dance on, I mean like a donut with a hole in the middle, and then it's just me dancing in the middle so that we're around the same height.
So cute though.
We didn't do it.
I have a stool in the kitchen that I get hugs from. Yeah. Well, it's just a little wooden stool. And he goes, because he calls me Bug. He goes, does Bug need a hug? And I climb up on my stool and I go, and I get a real good hug. I'm a baby. I'm a giant child.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. I'm just laughing. Oh, God. Hey, some people can. I've drank water today.
I have not. I have peed twice since 7 a.m. That was the second time. I'm so dehydrated.
That's normal for me. I only pee once a day usually.
What?
Maybe twice.
How much do you drink?
It don't matter any amount of water I drink. That stays the same.
That's wild.
Yeah, I
pee
remember
all over myself.
like one Highland game last year.
Peeing right now.
Is
Okay.
that why this couch stinks?
Yes. If that's what you're wondering, yes.
This all makes sense.
Sorry, Michael.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah, like I was drinking water at
To
one
the
of
basement for you
Yeah.
tonight.
down there.
Yeah, with the clawfoot tub. It's
Hey, it's a nice tub.
a really nice tub. That thing's probably heavy.
Oh, thanks. Now we're all gonna have to go lift it.
Go lift it.
Lifted into the vehicle.
That's all anybody ever has to say to get us to do anything is it's heavy. Shit.
It ain't like it
The
ain't that.
FedEx guy told me that a few days ago. We
You're
ordered
like-
a new
Did you
3.
pull out pictures and be like,
buddy,
Nah,
you don't know.
First of all, the kid was sweet, okay?
the kid? The kid was
He
sweet.
had long, beautiful blonde hair, and his nails were painted, and they had galaxies all over him. And he was real nice. And he brought it up on his dolly, and my Tahoe was in the way. So he was like, "Where do you want me to put it?" And I was like, "Well, let me move the Tahoe, and I'll carry it." And he's like, "It's really heavy." I was like, it'll be fine." He's like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "It'll be okay." He walks to the FedEx truck, and he sits in the truck. I pull the Tahoe up, and he's still sitting there. Now I'm like, now I gotta put on a show.
He wants to see. He was like, "I'm gonna wait. She's gonna.
Yeah,
need
she's going to
help.
need help. I'm
She's
going to have to
need
get
help."
back out to get my dolly. So these plastic handles, first of all, this box was like up to my rib cage, which isn't tall for normal people, but when you're 59 inches,
So
and
like
your
a shoe
clearance, basically, yes, correct. But it had plastic handles. This thing was so big, and once I grabbed the handles to pick it up, I go, "Oh fuck!" This is really heavy, and he's watching, and I can't because with the handles, with how short I am, I have no clearance. So even if I pick it up, I can't get it over my knees. So I go, "No, we got this," and I turn around so my back's to him, so he doesn't see how my face is struggling, and I pick it up like a Husafel. And I waddle it into the house, and I turn around once I got the glass door open, and he's like, and I push it into the house, and I shut the door, and I sit down on the floor, and I go, "I don't think I was going to make it." It was 147 pounds.
Jeez.
I was cold. It was 10 a.m.
Yep.
I wasn't prepped.
Had no warm ups.
No, I called Walker. I said, "This thing's 147 pounds." And he goes, "Oh, they must have put it all in one box."
Must have.
No shit. It had a wooden frame on the bottom. I didn't know.
See,
But I like that. You're like, it's cold. I wasn't warmed up. People do that at work all the time. There'll be something, probably 600 pounds worth of whatever, and they'll be like, "Hey, come here and move that. Let me loosen up
Yeah.
first." You
I was
know,
about to say, see, like people assume you can't lift something when you can, but I have the opposite effect. People just assume that since I'm really tall
You can do everything.
and yeah, somewhat, I'm not.
Somewhat athletically.
Yeah, I mean, if I were being chased by the cops, they would probably say, I have an athletic build. Maybe. But
The guy with slipper Uggs is running.
I wouldn't run in these. You think I'm gonna
Give him
run?
another 10 feet. One will fall off. We'll catch him. It's fine.
That's true anyway.
Yeah.
No matter what shoes I'm wearing, like give him 10 feet, he does powerlifting.
He ripped his hamstring.
Cramp. Yeah. But that happens all the time, like at work or anywhere. And the only time that I is my claim to fame at work, I still brag about it, and it's been months, is we had this part, it's a cylinder rod that got bent on one of our machines, and they took it out, and the first guy that knows I do anything goes, "Hey, bend that back. We don't have another one." I was like, "Shit, give it to me."
Did you do it?
Oh, well, at first I went, "Oh, this thing's..."
Yeah, it's the first
Yeah, and I was
no.
like, okay. Well, we've got to do it because everyone's watching.
yeah. Oh yeah.
And I've already said I can do this.
I put on a show.
So I did, and it's actually still running now. But, same thing.
Fix it, Felix.
Some saying.
Nailed it.
That kills me. There, we had a John Deere Gator get stuck and they're wanting to go get like a rope and the truck and all this stuff to pull it out. And they're like, Holland can just pick the end of it and carry it over and set it down.
Did anyone ask if Holland wants to do that?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, and I'm also like, too, I'm like, the front end of this thing is probably 450, 500 pounds. I'm just supposed to just walk up and grab this and start walking with
I
it.
got no belt on. How am I supposed to brace?
Yes.
And I'm like,
Thank you.
but of course I was just like, yeah, get out of the way.
Watch this.
Because as soon as you were like, oh no,
Now pride's involved.
they're like, oh really? You can't? I thought you were strong.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, do you know what a Honda Acti is?
Is that like a type of gummy or something?
I wish. It's a little Japanese truck.
Oh, is it?
Hold,
You
please.
talking about like little K trucks?
It's exactly what it is.
Okay, yeah.
It's a little K truck. We have 2 of them.
I want one so bad.
The first one we ever got, he swapped rims and put these beautiful purple rims on. He was super stoked about them. But he didn't. One came off while we were driving.
Oh,
So we're driving, and we're on a really small street, like 2 blocks from the house. And all of a sudden, this purple rim goes by my window. And I go, oh no, Melanie.
Like that looks like one of our.
Melanie. What?
And it just goes.
Wait. Was the rim's name Melanie?
Yes. So she goes.
Hold on.
Wait,
So, like,
we'll go back to that.
Okay.
I have Crocs on. I start to put them in. I start to put them into 4-wheel drive.
Knew you were going to say it.
Yep. Put him into 4-wheel drive. I don't say anything. He pulls the car over to the side, jump out, and I run into the ditch. And I go pick up the wheel because when something goes wrong, you guys blow your gasket.
I don't.
Okay.
Who does?
Right. So I knew he was going to be furious. So I was like, we won't speak. I'm going to go get the rim. We're going to put it I can go run to the house. We'll figure it out. He looks at me. Once I come back to the rim, he goes, you got to pick up the truck. I go, I have Crocs on.
But you just chased down this wheel.
Well, because I'm so short, like the clearance. He's like, you got to pick up the truck. I put the rim back on. Okay. So I'm standing on the side of this road, and now people are watching out of their houses. They're not coming out because it's a small little truck, and people are weirded out by it. And we're like almost in somebody's driveway. So you're like, okay, you just got to pick up the back of the truck. It's fine. And so I put my sweatshirt over my hands, and I lift the truck up, and I don't know what noise I make, but I was like, you have to hurry. And he's like fuddling with it, and I can hear it not lining up the right way. And I was like, you have to put it on. And he like gets it on, and I like look at him. He's like, I don't have any lug nuts though. And I go, I'll be right back. And I ran to the house.
How far from?
It was like a half a mile.
That's still
A lot of cardio.
That's still further than I want to run.
But I didn't want to be next to him. He was so mad. I would rather run. So I ran home, got the Tahoe, brought it back. He got the Tahoe. It was fine. He just put the wrong lug nuts on. They just fell off while we were driving.
So back to the Melanie.
So it's actually like a little video of, I don't even remember. It's like 3 years old. But like something happens and like something rolls past and they're like, oh no, Melanie. Oh. And so I was trying to de-escalate the situation when I just had a rim roll by my window.
Yeah.
And go, oh no, Melanie. And he didn't laugh. So that's why I put the Crocs in 4-wheel drive. Yeah. And I ran into the ditch
Oh
to
my
get
God.
the rim.
That's awesome.
I had something similar happen to me. I was going down the interstate and I lost
hate
my
this story.
front tire. I just felt like I just fell off into a hole, And then I see the tire and the wheel pass me up, jump the median, go out of sight. And I was like, so I get skidded over to the side, put the spare on, took a lug nut off the other 3. So I had 3 lug nuts holding the spare on. Then had to drive around and find the tire that fell off, And it was a mess. But
How far did she go?
a long ways because we were rolling about 70.
Oh, I
something
would've
when
shit
it
my
came
pants.
off. Yeah,
Yeah, how far did Melanie go?
Melanie went a long
Oh
way.
no, Melanie!
Melanie was-
I have to find that video
Melanie
and I will
was like a
send it to
mile
you,
and a half
and you
down.
guys
Okay.
will understand.
Perfect.
In fact, it was the next morning before Melanie was found.
Really?
Was
She
that
must
whenever
have
you
been
had
so
to-
cold?
Is that when
She was cold and scared.
It's so alone.
Yeah, she was scared.
that's whenever you had to hold the trailer up to change the tire?
Oh no, that was a different one. But yeah,
things like that never happen to me.
You never have to hold up a trailer?
No. Like, so far, I got strong thinking this is going to be so helpful. And as much as I like to preach to everybody, strength is the way to go because it's the most helpful thing in the world. And you know what? None of these situations where it's, hey, pick up this car, I have to make these situations happen.
I can't even open a jar.
Well, no, that's different. I can't.
I really struggle. And so I always hand it to him, and he doesn't go, oh, you're so strong. And he's like, I'm going to punch you. And I get up on my hug stool, and I'm like, I dare you to. See what happens. Yeah.
And I had a guy at work who's really short. He stood up on this little stair, and he was like, I mean, we're like, probably a foot away from each other. He goes, dude, what would you do if I was up here and just started wailing on you? I was like, I'd take about 3 feet back.
Yeah, and you just fall.
Yeah, I was like, that seems like a pretty easy fix.
Kick the stool out from under you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like whenever I was in Japan, like they pulled a K truck into one of the shops, and I was like, can I pick that up?
I don't think you'd fit in one.
I've drove one.
Your knees don't come out the window.
Oh, it's terrible, but I love it.
They're so scary.
There's yes.
Yeah. Well, when I tell them, I'm like, listen, if we're going to get in an accident, like do it right and just murk me on it. Like don't maim me. We're driving in an aluminum can.
Yeah.
There is nothing. I've
want
seen
one.
them tip.
Oh yeah. Especially the 3-wheel versions. Buddy, you take a turn too sharp and they just
The vans go quicker. The vans just
they're like
and they just roll.
like we agreed that
Yep.
the 3-wheel truck was just beep, but the van is
Beep, 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 beep. Well, because it has the front, the top, and then the back. Yeah. 3 points of contact. Yeah.
I can't argue with that.
That's actually 3 points of contact in Portuguese Sign Language.
Oh, that is? It's good to know.
Yeah.
All right, so we forgot the last time. But
This is killing sign language.
Hey.
that's what was that?
But if you do that around deaf people, they can't hear you.
So they won't know.
So
if
it
you're
doesn't
going,
sound as cute. Yeah, it's really dangerous, but it's like making the face to make it seem intense. Yeah.
All right, we have a friend back home, and I will be checking that.
Yeah.
Dave, I know you're probably not going to watch this, but if you do, check with Austin, because Austin, I know you're not watching it.
I know he's not listening to it.
You got to put subtitles on.
Oh God. No. Anyway, before I forget again, because we forgot the last time, and if we keep going before we do it, I will forget again.
Oh, what is it?
Where's the can?
What can?
Our new sponsor.
What is this?
Oh, yeah, we picked up a sponsor today.
So we've been drinking these energy drinks off camera for a while because
They don't sponsor, or they didn't.
didn't.
Right.
Yeah.
As of today, the agreement is made today. Payment has not happened, but Lucky Energy, now sponsor of the Iron Palace podcast. You will see these in our cup holders from now on. Obviously not right now because we don't have one.
We don't have cup holders, but we have a bunch of these. So.
Are they carbonated?
Yes. They taste great, feel great. They are great,
Wow. There's like nothing in it.
other than pure
Caffeine.
joy.
Pure joy, wholesomeness, and goodness. But yeah,
I might have to try one.
I think it's a great idea.
200 milligrams.
That's like half a normal serving.
I'm like half a normal person.
good point.
Caffeine fucks me up.
But there's a lot of different flavors, so go check out Lucky Energy. And find out which one's your favorite.
I'm sure it's great. I'm just saying I'm very caffeine sensitive.
Let me think. It was like it was a hoodwinked or one of those kind of anime. It was like I think it was hoodwinked, but it's like Snow White and
That's hoodwinked.
whatever. And there's the squirrel in it, and he drinks the coffee for the first time.
And the world slows down.
Yeah.
That's Over the Hedge. That's Sammy the squirrel.
Sammy.
See, I was like, that. Okay.
Love the cookies.
Yeah. He's like he's super crazy the whole time, and he drinks that coffee, and it's just.
Yeah.
That's really
But
what
I love the cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get
Yeah.
it. I get it.
Perfect. But yeah, so we have one for you to try.
Ooh, I would love to try one.
Perfect. I'm assuming you don't want it now.
No, thank you. I would not sleep. If I drink caffeine after 3, I don't sleep.
Like PM?
Yeah.
Like,
I am way caffeine sensitive.
Jeez.
Yes, I would absolutely love that.
Perfect.
Yeah, because I'll need all of the help I can get tomorrow.
We'll come break you out. It'll be fine.
I tried today. I was like, I have to pee. And he's like, give me like 20 minutes. I was like, oh, the puddle on this floor.
If you see us walking around, just like, hey, one of you or all of you, just come in.
When Hannah came back, when Hannah and Tommy came back, I was like, can you please just like help him for a second? I have to pee.
Yep.
I mean, I could spend all day selling the smelling salts.
I mean, we know. I don't mean to brag, but like, I mean, I used to be a volunteer at like every merch tent at every Christian rock concert that entered the Knoxville area.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me.
I don't know what that means.
Take it how it is.
I don't know if I'm offended or not.
You might have to be, you might not have to be. It depends.
And show's over.
It's like,
And
it's like,
we're done.
that definitely tracks.
You're done.
You're done.
You're done.
You're done.
Yeah. Well, sorry. Sorry that about that.
Tonight's been great. It's been a really great time of rag on Caleb. I love it.
I just feel like that's the solid theme.
It is, honestly.
Someone's got
carry
to
it
do
well.
it.
Huh?
You wear it well.
Yeah.
I do.
Just like that pink shirt.
I love my pink shirt.
It's salmon.
It's salmon.
It matches your skin tone.
Isn't that what,
Actually, almost every time I wear this, like if I have a button up or something on, people think, because I have a chest tattoo, so people assume I don't have a shirt on. Because they just think the top of this design is my chest tattoo. It happens all the time.
Really?
Which is also weird because my chest tattoo comes up here, not down here.
yeah, and it's not the crest of a helmet.
It's not anywhere near a helmet.
It's not.
It's a giant flower.
Like a sunflower?
No, it's a magnolia.
Aww.
I have a magnolia and 2 butterflies.
I have a cover up on this peck. I used to say little spoon. For sure.
Perfect.
Yeah, now it's just a dark wolf.
A dark wolf.
It's the only thing that would cover it up because it was so like deep in that it was raised.
That's how this one was.
Yeah, so they had to like.
Yep. Whatever I got this top part and down to here-ish. You can still see it a little.
Yeah.
I got it done whenever I was 18, 19. And then whenever I wanted to get it extended, I was like, I kind of want it covered up, but I don't know what. So I went to the guy, I was like, what can we do with this? And he's like, we can go over and just do more tribal. I was like, then I guess that's what we're doing.
Do a blackout now.
See, I thought about it, but then I also thought maybe not. And then and then I was talking to the guy about a blackout. I was like, I don't know if I would want one. And I'm going over what I was wanting to get here and about how it was going to be pretty solid black. I was like, that's like a blackout. I don't know.
That's a terrible spot to get tattooed.
I know. That's why I'm really postponing
Not as bad
it.
as your palms, but it's unfortunately not. They said that my lip tattoo would also go away when I was 16. Well, 17 years later, it still says do work. With an E. Okay. That is correct.
I feel like we need to have more tattoo conversations on this podcast.
They're trying to talk me into getting a tramp stamp.
Oh, you absolutely should.
A plate.
So,
That'd be precious.
see,
Put a bow on the top of it, though.
so here, Holland has no tattoos.
A virgin. We could sacrifice.
I'm staying that way in case they need somebody to throw into a volcano.
Yeah, sacrifice.
You think tattoos are what you shouldn't have in case we have to throw you in a volcano?
It's a different version of a virgin.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay, I'll give you that. I mean,
it's like King Louis was like, I'd throw myself in if I wasn't such a good whistler. And he's like,
yeah, yesterday we were walking down the street and Mike had the idea we should all get matching tattoos while we're here.
Right.
And I said, without hesitation, that's a great idea. Matching tramp stamps.
And now, except they all just want me to get one, and they're like,
No, okay, we joked about it with Gina because she said, we'll take Holland to go get it. I was like, that's a great idea.
and I
You
was
should
like,
do different plates by the size of who you are. Shortest to tall, like 5 pounds,
Oh, I was
10
like-
pounds, 25.
I was like,
40.
I get the biggest plate.
Mike was the first one, and he said, I think we should all get 20 kilo plates.
Like,
I was
whoa,
like,
whoa, whoa, buddy.
I said, if we're getting
Kilo, this is America.
I said, for one, if we're doing kilos, we're for sure doing 25 kilos. I was
I
like,
can't do math.
anytime I have to convert kilos, like even though I know it's 2.2, in my head it's okay. A 45-pound plate is 20. How many 45-pound plates
Yeah.
are in this? And then 20.
I can only math in 45-pound increments.
I still use my phone as a calculator.
I do it all the time.
All I do in the garage is 135 plus 90. Okay.
Especially like if I'm like halfway through my like warm up sets and stuff. By then, there's like I can't have anything else going on up here because nothing's working.
No, I ain't got no,
So now
no
I'm like-
oxygen, nothing.
Now I'm going 90, 135. Okay, 45. Never mind. Forget it.
Yeah.
Especially if I have to put anything other than a 45 on it.
Yeah,
now
because-
I'm real lost.
But you know,
plate calculator on an app.
but see, I can handle.
It tells you
That's
what-
a genius.
I can handle the plates. You know, like 135, 225, 275.
Yeah, but the bars change so
know.
much.
Yeah, because now I got to wonder, is this a 45 pound, a 55? I don't know.
Yeah, it's like 32. My axle's 32, so it throws everything
Oh
off.
God! And then I've been using the safety squat bar lately, and that like ours it says on it, but now I'm like it's 58 pounds. Who makes a bar 58 pounds?
44 pounds.
that is just to
Yeah.
mess with you.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
And then what really I was like now
What brand is that?
Bells of Steel, is that it?
Oh, that's right. Because
Oh, aren't they out of Canada?
I don't know.
Because it would make sense.
I guess that would make sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't have kilos on it. It's just 58.
Right, but that's like Canadian shekels and Canadian math.
Fair enough. Yeah,
shekel.
Shekels.
they have monopoly money anyways.
That's
so-
what I was, the Canadian shekels.
Yeah,
But you know
that's
when
what it's called. I didn't even know. Oh,
Absolutely.
I was like, if that's true, I don't know that.
Don't, is it one of the loon is one of their?
I think so, yeah.
that's actual.
I've never been to Canada.
We used to live so close. We used to go camping all the time.
It's full of Canadians.
I lived in Washington
and
and like
maple syrup.
yeah, I lived in Washington and I could have gone there. It was like a
maple
3-hour
syrup is
drive. I was like, why?
Yeah.
Yeah,
A friend of mine took his family took his grandmother to Niagara Falls and stuff, and they go over there and she was all freaking out. She's like, look, Canadians.
Oh, Britain?
Yeah, his grandmother was all freaking out over Canadians.
Really?
like, look, like he was like, "What do you think they're gonna do?"
I'd freak out over Canadians for sure.
Politely hold the door for you.
Yeah,
Ooh, don't.
That's like whenever I went to France while I was in the military. It was we'd went to this Irish pub, and I was 18, and I wasn't supposed to drink. But either way, I wound up being the DD, which is wild because I've never driven in a foreign country, and I'm 18, and now they're just like, "Here, you're the DD." I was like, "Sick."
Like,
okay.
you're like, y'all are better off drunk driving.
Yeah,
than me
for
driving.
sure.
Well, then like dude like walks outside. Everyone's already making a scene inside, which is whatever. But now I look outside and there's like the typical guy you would see at an Irish pub. Like he's just biker guy in full leather vest and everything. And he's got a cigarette in his mouth. Well, my buddy has a cigarette in his mouth but doesn't have a lighter. So he just starts doing, the pat, looks up and locks eyes with this dude, walks over, says nothing, and lights his cigarette off that guy's cigarette while each is in their mouth. So like these dudes are like,
It's kind of hot.
and I watched it happen and I seen that other guy's face turn blood red. And I was like, we got to go.
I think it's really romantic.
It could have been. I don't know. So then we left and then I had to go.
I
and
wouldn't say no.
I was telling the sergeants later what happened.
Moment.
Yeah, is this? Do we lock eyes?
One of the sergeants was like, why y'all back so early? And I told him, he goes, what were they going to do? I was like, I don't know. And he goes, surrender at you? I was like,
Oh yeah, you're in France.
yeah. I was like, okay, got me.
Touche.
I was like, dog, I'm 18, man.
Well, you didn't know anything at 18.
I didn't.
Neither did I.
I didn't even think I knew things. Like I was just
No,
sure.
I thought I knew all of it.
You were like, I don't even. I know I don't know.
I was pretty self-aware that I was an idiot. Like,
Well, I thought I knew all of it. I did not.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Well, it's you haven't had enough time to figure anything out yet.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that was the crazy. Like I was 18 and just like I turned 18 in May. I left home in August for basic, and now I'm like mixed in with all these people from all over the country. Like there was a dude in my basic training from Hawaii. I thought that was the craziest thing. Never did I think I would be in a spot where like there's a guy from
Island?
You're like, I'm next to an actual Hawaiian person.
Yeah, and so like I'm freaking out then, and never did I think anywhere in the future I would be in this. There would be a Norwegian guy in my Airbnb just casually. Never thought that would happen. But like 18-year-old Caleb in a San Antonio, Texas, talking to a guy from Hawaii, I was like, this is freaking nuts.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I really don't know anything because like I've never been to Hawaii.
I still haven't been to Hawaii.
I haven't either.
I mean,
I hear it's nice.
I've heard it's nice.
When's your birthday?
May 28th.
I'm May 5th.
Hey.
Cinco de Mayo. I don't drink, so it's not fun. But the sombrero part's fun.
yeah, sombreros are awesome.
You just have a giant sombrero.
No, Kendra
doesn't
usually
have to
takes
be.
me out somewhere and makes me wear it. Or Haas wear.
Yeah.
Does anyone know what happened my first OSG?
No, but
When
now
they
I'm
took me
curious.
to Texas Roadhouse and they told him that it was my birthday and they made me sit on the saddle
Oh, yeah.
with a sombrero and sing to me in the middle of Texas Roadhouse.
Yes.
Remember how we were talking about our butt sweat? That saddle was soaked. And when I got off, I like drug my whole leg across it to like try to pull all of the moisture off. And I have never sweat so much in my life. Jake still has the video. I refuse to go out to eat with them ever again.
I wouldn't either. Like, I don't get embarrassed easy, but I would say that would make me just uncomfortable enough.
Yep. Yep.
I had to do that. I had to actually sing happy birthday to myself.
I thought you were going to say you had to sit on the saddle.
Dump restaurant in San Francisco, and a buddy of mine him and his wife took me there, and they told me it was my birthday. Well, they brought me a little cupcake, and they said, "All right, well, you got to sing happy birthday to yourself."
I don't.
So I started singing, and I said, "No,
No, I don't.
you got to get
Like-
up and sing it like a rock star." So I get up in the middle of this restaurant on a chair, and I start going, "Happy fucking birthday!"
I would have said, no, I won't.
I got caught in basic training singing Barbara Ann.
It's a great song. It's a really good song. My mom used to
Yep.
sing that to me all the time.
My MTI walked in and caught me singing it, and then made me stand in front of the rest of the 50 other people in my flight and sing it to them. And then it got better whenever he said, "Now you're the jukebox."
He was dancing around, dusting the room, though, while he
No,
was singing it.
I would much rather have done that.
Ugg slipper.
Yeah.
No, so then
Barbara Ann.
then he went around picking
Ba, ba,
people
ba,
and said, "Hey, come up here and pick a song on the jukebox," and would point at me. The guy came up and he started to name a song, and he goes, "What do you got to do to play a song on a jukebox? You got to put a coin in." He goes, "Put a coin in." Made him make the sound and everything,
Where
just
does
like
it
the.
go?
He went. He had to go. He said, "Now what do you do?" He
You were
said,
Air Force?
"Yeah."
That makes sense.
He said, "This is ironically like
That tracks.
right after I graduated. Is whenever a whole lot of stuff came out about MTI." So
Yeah, that makes sense.
and he said, "All right, so now you got to push a button to pick a song." And I kid you not, this guy come up, he like pokes me, and he goes, "You know any As I Lay Dying?" I was like, "I swear to God." I was like, "Are you joking? Like, I'm going to sing whatever you say. Can you pick something?" So then he said, "Do you know any As I Lay Dying?" I was like, "How's Little Mermaid sound?"
That's a good one.
Under
Oh, where the people.
that was honest to God is the first song that stuck in my head, and so that's what I sang. And then the MTI said, he goes, "I'm getting bored." He said, "Sing SpongeBob," and now I have forgotten every single word to that song.
You're like,
You blocked it out?
No, like at that moment, I was like,
Oh, man.
if you'd asked me, like, yeah, I was like, if you asked me any other time, drop of a hat, we can sing that song. However, like in that moment, 50 people staring at me and my MTI, I was like, I don't.
In a pineapple under the sea.
Oh yeah, didn't know it then.
A lot of help we're being now. Huh?
Yeah, this is great. You know,
Man, phone a friend next time.
yeah, like 12 years later. What year are we in? 14 years later.
Wow, you're old.
Lord have mercy. It's been a long time.
We used to. I played football in college, and we would haze the freshmen when they come in, and until hazing,
As you should.
until hazing became frowned upon.
Whatever.
And
That's
football,
because everybody else is soft now.
And football
That's how
got
you
lame.
get young LA.
I was just
There's
thinking
no
that.
hazing anymore.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
I saw a shirt today that said "Bring back bullying." And I was
Please.
like, "Man, this is
100%,
awesome."
yeah.
But
Like, I mean, there's levels to bullying. Like, yeah, you can't just go punch kid in the face for no reason. However, I think if you need to haze a kid like Kyle to keep his ego down, I think it's allowed.
I think his underwear should touch his forehead.
Ironically, whenever you showed us those, was it 11 millimeter neoprene
9mm.
or 9 millimeter?
Yeah.
That's what I said. This is going to be like middle school just to get these on. Like, I'm gonna have at least 2 people.
It would almost have to be like a squat suit.
Yes,
Or like a deadlift suit.
you're gonna be hanging from it.
Running start.
Yeah. Both feet
Scissor
full.
kick into the pants. It's the only way. You got to lube up too, though. You
Oh,
scissor-
100%.
Yeah.
So much Vaseline.
All of it. Just,
I was thinking baby powder, but
nah, you got to be a little slimy.
I was like, well, it's
Sleep
easier to
feel pretty
clean up.
weird though.
Yeah.
After a couple hours in that thing.
It'd be like a weird toothpaste by the end of it. Yeah, but you know because of the butt sweat. Yeah.
But it's your own though, so it's okay.
So what was I saying about hazing?
We should bring it back.
Yeah.
But
That.
so football, you would show up to football camp and you weren't allowed to leave campus for 2 weeks. You had to turn your keys in to the head coach, and you're on campus for 2 weeks. Well, for the first week, it's just the football team. Week number 2 of camp, the girls' soccer team and softball team show up for their spring camp. And so, like at the cafeteria, so you've gone 1 week and it's only football players. All of a sudden, the next week you show up at the cafeteria, and 2/3 of it is girls now.
Uh-oh.
Shiny.
So that's when the fun with the freshmen start. So make like every time a girl would like get up to like take her tray something, we're like, freshman, get her tray. You know, it'd have to go get her tray, but then we would make them sing to the girls.
How was that
Oh,
hazing?
that's embarrassing.
But they're like,
That's just teaching him to be a
Or, like,
gentleman.
locking them in a locker and like pouring
Oh,
shit from the
Yeah,
top.
that's
no,
not.
that's-
Dance, monkey, dance.
yeah, but
That's just teaching him to be a gentleman. That's not,
this
It's romantic.
there was hazing, but I mean hazing, but this part
Can't say it out loud. I get
This
it.
part just went along with what Caleb was saying about having to sing in front of everybody. But like, we'd make them get like they'd have to sing like "You Lost That Loving Feeling" and stuff, you know. But like, we made this one kid. All he had to do was anytime anybody it was for breakfast. Anytime anybody got milk, he had to moo at them.
that's awesome.
Well, this girl gets milk and he moos.
Was she big?
She takes
Oh,
it the
no.
wrong way. She dumps milk and cereal all over him.
Okay.
Then we're like, clean it up, freshman.
Oh.
So like, he had to clean all the mess up.
That's a good one. I mean,
Yeah. But
yeah.
yeah, but so they had to sing in front of everybody often. Yeah.
It's a special time in every kid's life.
I have learned in my adult life to say no, finally.
That's what I just told them earlier.
Yeah. Like, here, go do this. No.
That's what I said about the tramp stamp.
Well, I mean,
That's different.
we need someone to sacrifice just in case.
Yeah. I've got to say.
We got to keep him clean.
Yeah, we don't know where this podcast is going.
Look, it spreads to your face. Like, it's terrible.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of people with the behind the ear tattoos. I'm like, that does look pretty good.
I have deer antlers back there.
You know, the next time we have you on, we need to have a lot more tattoo conversations because I feel like the stories behind yours are way more interesting than mine.
That's a cheesy reason, but I also got them when I was like 18. I forget that they're back there until like Walker's like, oh, your ears look dirty. He's like, oh, it's your tattoo. I'm sorry.
It's like Gina's semen tattoo.
She got those on purpose.
A what?
She gets a new semen tattoo every year she goes to Pfeffer Strength Fest. My Lord.
It's hard to say. Pfeffer.
Okay, we're good. Just checking for a stroke.
Oh, it's like, man, your arms are so long.
That's true.
He's like, oh, yeah, they're still long.
I was at work one time.
Grab that sticker from sitting over there.
I told this guy at work, like I was sitting there, we were waiting for parts to come down the line, and it's just me and this other guy, and I'm sitting here like this. I was like, "You ever looked at your foot and thought that's a long way down there?"
No.
And that's what he said. He was like, "No, not really." I was like, "Yeah, me neither."
No, I usually go, wow, that's so much closer than what it looks like when I'm standing up.
I never do. It usually seems like a lot further, like right here.
Yeah, because that's my whole height.
Yeah.
A girl came up to me today and she was talking. She's like, I don't know about my pants. I have like a 72-inch inseam. And I'm 59 inches tall.
72-inch inseam.
Her hips were like at my boobs.
72-inch inseam. That's insane.
Yeah, it was way up there. All the way up.
Way up.
Yeah.
All the way.
All the way
All
up.
the way to the
Eye
top.
contact all of the way up.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Quite the experience.
I feel like tattoo stories are going to be a much longer conversation. On that note, I think it's time to wrap things up.
Yeah, because it's like bedtime. Oh my God.
Yeah,
you know
I
what time
just looked a minute ago. That's why I was like, we got to start winding down.
I still have to shower because
Yeah, because
the amount of waterfalls that are happening on the back of this. Do you guys have Clorox wipes?
We got tissues.
Okay.
It'll be fine. Mike's sleeping down here
I hope your head's not right here. I hope your head's not right here when you.
or right here.
or right.
I just sleep in an L. Just your legs here. This is your home now. I'll lay paper towels down,
There you go.
like in Big Daddy with the newspaper.
My favorite part of that movie is whenever they're taking the kid away. He's like, I can wipe my own ass, honey. All right. Well, thanks for coming on again.
Thanks for having me.
You,
It was fun and sweaty.
you have,
Next time I'm going to bring my box fans that I travel with.
you have any social media you want to plug?
Oh, do I have to spell it out loud? Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I don't know if you do or not.
Yeah, probably.
You do because I cannot pronounce.
So it's lady. Wait, hold on. This is the fun part. Does anybody know why my handle is what, like the Lady Arc part?
No.
I do not.
It's my name backwards. Lady Kira.
That's
Old Scars Wolfpack, because originally when I got divorced, I started a new Instagram and it was just going to be dogs. Yeah. But obviously that failed.
Yeah. A little bit.
So, yeah. So it's at LADYARIK_ULVESKARE. That's me.
That's me. K-E. That's me.
That's me. Or you could just look it up by my name, which is Kira Wrixon with a W. I have to spell it out.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm just always glad my last name is 3 letters because I can't spell. So just DAY. That's it.
It's really nice.
I had a really good idea. Well, I didn't. Holland said, I asked ChatGPT to tell me about myself the other day, and it was pretty cool. And I was like, I'm going to do that. I said, tell me about Caleb Day. And then it told me about holidays around. I was like,
It's like, is it the day when Caleb's are celebrated, or is it the day that?
that's lame. I was hoping for a cool story.
Yeah.
Well, now I have to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll probably work out a lot better for you because your name actually sounds like a name. Caleb Day, I guess, in ChatGPT, it sounds like it should be a holiday, I guess.
I wonder if it is. Can be now.
It is now.
What's the date?
Oh,
Hey,
February 28th, officially
Caleb
Day.
So 3 days after my birthday is Caleb Day.
Got that
All
right.
right.
I like that.
Yep, me too.
Remember that.
Doesn't sometimes it not exist though with leap year?
Exactly why it's Caleb Day. Because sometimes it just
Sometimes
doesn't
it just
exist.
doesn't exist.
Huh?
Oh, there's always the 28th, but not the 29th.
Dang. Okay, let's change it.
You have to wait till next year till we can crown
Caleb
Caleb.
Yeah.
Day. Caleb, that just makes That just makes perfect sense. Caleb Day is a holiday that almost was.
The legendary podcaster that almost was.
Almost was.
But has a medal.
It does have a medal.
I have a bunch, but only one counts.
One counts. That's all
Right
that's
here.
count.
All right. Well, thanks for listening. Hope you enjoy the rest of the Arnold content that we'll have coming out. So, in the words of Willie Danzer, hope you had an okay time.
I sure did.